we're back to preview tonight's game with the Lakers and Heat. It's Gerald Glassford coming back at you here from the Lakers Fast Break, Pop Culture Cosmos, where we cover the latest news and trends in pop culture each and every week, twice a week, wherever you get your podcast. Plus, also as well, of course, Joe Soro. He's Vox1947 at LakersBall.com, and of course, he owns a company that you got to go ahead and support right there for you, and it's called Simblades. Simblades with a Y.com. Go ahead and remember, we are going to be on live on the air for the Lakers and the Heat tonight on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. I've already started the watch party, so you can go ahead and check us out there at just about a few minutes. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it indeed. But once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is Gerald Glassford previewing tonight's Lakers and Heat. Looking forward to a great game. Looking forward to everybody that's going to go ahead and hang out and check out the game with us tonight. Looking forward to seeing if Magic Man, Joe Soro, Laker Nick, Laker Tom, Jamie Sweet, more join us for another great time on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. But the Lakers come into tonight's game knowing that Jackson Hayes has a sprained ankle, so he is listed out. But Taurean Prince has been taken off the injury report for tonight's game, so he is listed in for the Lakers tonight. So looks like it's going to be an interesting game. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what's going to go on. Can the Lakers right the ship early on in this road trip, and can they get their first road victory of the season? We'll find out. Latest news and notes from right here. Going to go ahead and Taurean Prince, he will be returned to the starting lineup tonight. He is going to go ahead and just swap out for Cam Reddish. So he will be in the starting lineup that's been most familiar to us so far this season. I want to make sure everybody knows that. Unfortunately, I've heard some news for the Portland Trailblazers that Robert Williams III, who's had chronic knee trouble, is again having more knee trouble, and he is out for quite a spell because he is undergoing surgery for the Portland Trailblazers. For the Miami Heat, though, let's get back to them real quickly. Want to go ahead and mention that they will have Duncan Robinson and Jimmy Butler in the lineup tonight. Jimmy Butler will be there. Will he be able to go ahead and play a little bit better for the Heat than he's been so far? The Heat have struggled this season, but we'll see. Tyler Hero has been their scoring offense so far. We'll see if the Lakers can slow him down a little bit tonight. But I see Adam already in the chat. He was on the chat earlier in our previous attempt to go ahead and try and get things going here on the Lakers Fast Break. Wanted to mention where he is talking about trying to see that the 8-man rotation for the Lakers would not be working, that they need to bring one of the two-way guards. He is the biggest proponent that I know of the two-way players. I don't know really how well or how effective a rookie two-way player playing minutes this early in the season can be. I have my doubts, and I think most people do, but you know what? If it gives LeBron a couple less minutes, that he could be more effective out there on the court, by all means. But then again, that's been part of the problem for the Lakers coming into today's game. The Lakers with LeBron on the floor are, I believe, a plus 47 or in that range. And then without him on the floor, it's not been a pretty story. They've been substantially outscored by quite a bit. So they have to figure out a way to be more productive when LeBron is off the floor. They also need to see if they can give him a couple more minutes off the floor as well. I know PMC, petting my cat, was saying that, time restrictions be damned, and that they need to go ahead and just make sure that they play LeBron as much as they can. Well, if you do that, realize, yes, it does make the Lakers a little bit more competitive now, but it also, on the back end, you pay the piper for that one if the Lakers want to go far in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens, but we do need him now. But I would love to see less minutes played by LeBron and see what the Lakers can do in that time frame and be more effective in doing so. Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Want to go ahead and everybody know that Magic Man is trying to get on right now. Just want to say, let me go ahead and get him in here. But yes, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Miami is on the schedule for tonight. The game is starting up in right now on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. So I hope you join us. I want to go ahead and make sure everybody knows out there that we've got full coverage for you from bell to bell. But when it comes to the Lakers obviously after last Saturday's terrible performance on the boards have to go ahead and find some sort of more energy. Obviously, better boxing out, more attention to detail on the boards, especially if AD is going to try to block so many shots. He blocked 7 shots in the last game. And if he's going to give his effort to going ahead and do that, the Lakers have to support him a lot better. Absolutely, indeed. Yeah, Adam. We had a little glitch on the YouTube feed. I don't know why that was, but so I apologize for that. But gonna get you back in here. I know Magic just had a couple little bit of trouble as well with the trying to get into the room as well to go ahead and talk to everyone out there. But he is trying. Do appreciate his efforts in doing so. But once again, it is the Lakers fast break. Want to mention that yeah, Adam said that he would like to see the two-way players, some of the two-way players, Colin Castleton, one of his favorites, Demoy Hodge, also one of his favorites, getting a little bit more time. And again, my answer to that would be, I don't really know how a two-way player rookie coming in and playing so early in the season will be effective for you. I don't see how that works for the Lakers, but if it can give LeBron a bigger blow, as far as some time off the court, and yet the Lakers can still manage to stay even with the opposite team. I guess that is would be greatly appreciated because I am starting to get a little bit concerned about the number of minutes LeBron is playing. I know Petting My Cat on our last video was talking about, you know what, you might as well just throw it out the window at this point in time and see what you can do to get as many wins as possible. But it is the Lakers fast break. I do want to go ahead and mention again that the Lakers will be facing the Heat off here in just a few minutes. Great to have everyone here. Big shout out to everyone out there. Adam, Hunter, Search and Destroy, always here. Truly appreciate what he does for us, moderating. Cool Bro is here in the house. He said, "Hey guys, today at my science class, some students brought in donuts. Always good to have, donuts. There you go. Can't go wrong with that." Adam says, "I think we need to play LeBron more in games when we need to get above 500 like this one." Well, right now, the way the Lakers are playing with both him on the court and with both him off the court, it's been night and day. And that's part of the problem. I mean, I could see where Petting My Cat is very sound in his reasoning on that. And Magic Man is here now. Truly appreciate your patience, Magic Man. Had some troubles and glitches. I'm sorry about that for whatever reason, getting on the air today. But I wanted to go ahead and ask you this. PMC and I were going a little bit back and forth in the chat as far as after the Saturday's video. In fact, I think it was after the Sunday video. I apologize, where he was stating where you just got to go ahead and play LeBron. You can't, minutes restrictions be damned. You just got to go ahead and throw it out the window. Just got to go ahead and get wins. I said, yeah, we could do that, but it is what it is. And if you do that, you got to remember you're going to pay the piper on the other end. And you most likely at 39 years of age, when if the Lakers are making the playoffs, this is what you're going to get in return. So either you're robbing Peter to pay Paul in this sense, which I guess you have to do because the Lakers are so bad with him off the floor right now.
Yeah, Gerald, we're terribly atrocious, just awful. And um, I'm kind of leaning 60-40 to Gerald, but PMC's making some
I
good
don't. I can't say
points
I'm
and
blaming him.
making a strong case about why it's the minutes restriction is right now in the moment insignificant compared to the problems that
They've
you're
only
seeing
stuck to
on
it
the
one
court.
game anyway, so it's
Yeah,
almost a moot point.
but again, Gerald's correct too. Is that this load bearing that a person does, eventually that comes to uh, like Gerald said, pay the piper,
Yeah.
because he's not going to sit out at the All Star event, so he's going to be busy there. He's got all kinds of extracurricular activities we know about, so that's not going to stop. And if you compound that with the fact that the Lakers can't get their strawberry shortcake together right now with him on the court and off, then it's a moot point. I agree. It's a moot point. He needs to play.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, my friend, it is something that's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. I'm going to Oh, no, no, no. Let me go ahead and send this to Nick right here. I'm going to try and get him involved in this because I know he's been trying to get in. We had a little bit of trouble trying to get on earlier today. So, when it comes to the Lakers, though, they have to figure out a rotation that works for them. I know Ham's rotations, no one's been happy with from the get go. I do want to go ahead and mention that when it comes to the on off numbers, it is atrociously in favor of LeBron on the floor. I know Adam's been adamant about the how should I say about getting the two-way players in more involved, and I really don't know how effective two-way rookies in the sixth game in or seventh game in this case, how effective they can be. I mean, give them 5 minutes, that's fine, but they're really not going to give you much right now at this point in time in their careers.
Not at all, Gerald. Green bananas don't taste as good as ripe yellow bananas. You got to let them sit on the counter for a couple days and ripen until they finally taste good. Kind of like what happens with a young athletic prospect in the NBA who's on a two-way contract. If they were a can't miss or an option that you couldn't avoid, they would have been drafted. But since they're two ways, Gerald, their flaws more so than any other player who's got
That's
a
the
contract.
ultimately well, Adam's saying just a few minutes, Gerald, to keep everyone fresh. Well, that's all you're going to get out of them because you throw two-way players out there right now. That's a recipe for too long, and that's a recipe for disaster. I mean, they're already getting killed in the non-LeBron minutes right now.
It's awful. It's awful. Look, teams normally do go through a drought when LeBron goes to the bench. It's been that case since around 2011 with the Heat. That being said, you can't afford to have the whole team drown when he's on the bench because that's what's happening. At least in the Miami second half and his Cleveland adventure, Gerald, they were at least willing to stay afloat. I mean, they were just barely having their head above water with him on the bench, but they could do it. This roster right now is just littered with a lot of flaws that we can't seem to get a hold of in time to actually make a significant difference with the rotation. Now, look, how much is Prince going to play tonight? We don't even know. We don't know. Is he on a minutes restriction?
Yeah, he's in the starting lineup though, so it's back to the normal starting lineup that we started
Okay.
the regular season with.
All right. So this starting five combination last game was different, Gerald. So this starting five has a negative 58 first quarter point differential.
Mhm. I'll tell you what, though, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to go on. And also here today, good man indeed, very patient. Sorry for the troubles there, Laker Nick. Great to have you on, my friend. Had a little bit of a as far as our initial feed sort of went out. And do I do apologize for that? So kind of messed everything up, but got you here now, my friend. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on with the Lakers and what they need to do to go ahead and get right in South Beach.
Hey, Gerald, it's great to be here, and no apologies needed. Tech issues abound, it seems. And Magic Man, salute. Yeah, I'm hoping that Darvin Ham has done his homework over the last at least 48 hours since losing in disastrous fashion against the Orlando Magic. So we're hoping that he comes prepared. That the Laker players themselves have studied film, as both Magic Man and Joe Soro have commented. It's unclear to me to what extent these players actually do study film and to what extent they actually do practice or what degree of coaching actually does take place. But I'll tell you what, Spo is a serious coach. He's among the best in the league, if not the best. So we know that he will be very well prepared for this game. And if we don't um, come ready out the gate, we might suffer a similar loss as we did on Saturday.
Now, are you concerned at all with Jackson Hayes, Nick, being out of the lineup? He is out with a sprained ankle that he suffered in the Orlando game. We do get Torian Prince back, so that brings the original starting lineup that we started the season with. Do you think that change might be effective in us trying to get our first road victory of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think Prince, he's obviously a valuable player. He's not a superstar by any means, but he brings value to bear on the floor. Obviously, he's a starter for a reason, better than uh, Mr. Cam Reddish. And, I'm hoping that Prince is able to get himself into a rhythm and start contributing right away. As far as Hayes, I love his energy. I think he's very active down in the post. That said, he is a limited player, and I don't think that will be necessarily uh, handicapped or not win the game just because Justin Hayes is out. But I do think he's a valuable player. But I don't think he's a make it or break it type of individual.
Magic Man, I want to go ahead and ask you this, my friend. When it comes to the Lakers, again, we've talked about it here so far on the pregame about how important trying to find a rebounding consistently from someone not named Anthony Davis, and B, trying to go ahead and find consistent minutes when LeBron is off the floor. These are I think they're the two keys to victory for the Lakers going forward, is finding ways to go ahead and get in this rhythm where the Lakers can go ahead and find a core group that can. I'm not actually saying win the battle. I'm just saying stay even when LeBron is off the floor.
Gerald, if Anthony Davis does not win the rebounding battle tonight, it's an indictment on him and Darvin Ham.
Well, let me
The
ask you
Heat,
this
the
though: when
Heat,
he's
the
blocking
Heat,
seven
the Heat
shots,
do
though,
the Heat do not have Nikola Jovic tonight. They do not
yeah,
have R.J. Hampton. They do not have Caleb Martin. They are really shorthanded as far as
but
defenders
they
go,
do have
Gerald.
Jimmy Butler and, of course, Duncan Robinson in there. So offensively, they have a little bit of firepower.
Defensively, if Orlando Robinson or Kevin Love or Alonzo Highsmith out rebound Anthony Davis, it's an indictment, Gerald. He's better than all three of those players. Kevin Love is approaching 40, almost 40 years old. Orlando Robinson is a young prospect who's got a lot of promise, and Highsmith as well. There's no reason Anthony Davis shouldn't be able to dominate down low tonight, Gerald. With the absence of Caleb Martin, the Heat don't have their best perimeter defender. And I'll say that again. Without Caleb Martin, the Heat do not have their best perimeter defender. Jimmy Butler is no longer the Heat's best perimeter defender.
Oh, not at 34. I didn't. I wouldn't know what I say that. But when you say AD has to out rebound, that's really hard when you're going for block shots. He blocked
Hmm.
7 shots against Orlando. I disagree with you there, because if you're putting yourself out of position for a rebound by going after these block shots, somebody else has to pick up the slack behind him.
Yes, somebody does, and we thought it would was Christian Wood for a few games, and then inexplicably, Darvin Ham decided to assign him Franz Wagner. So Wood's secondary responsibility was less rebounding and more watching Franz Wagner when the shot goes up, Gerald. That also was a confounding little schema there that he threw in there. Ham's not the better coach in this scenario, Gerald. And I don't care what record the Heat have right now. Spo is a better coach. He's going to make adjustments, and will Darvin Ham be able to either adjust on the fly or understand what's going on? I'm skeptical because Jamal Mosley outcoached him, Gerald.
I know, I know, and that's something that has to be taken in consideration. When it comes to what we're seeing here, let me ask you this, Nick. When it gets back to the Lakers, what is the key for you for victory tonight, my friend?
Yeah, Gerald. It's nothing short of defense, but if I had to be more specific, it's something that the Magic Man has been preaching all season long, and that's rebounding. We've been awful on that front. We can't afford giving up second chance points. As Sean was saying, AD needs to eat down in the post tonight. And I don't think it's going to be an easy game. The Miami, yes, they're 2-4, But as a wise man on this panel has said before, there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal.
Once again, it is the Lakers fast break. It is pregame. A couple minutes left before we head on over to playback.tv/Lakers fast break. I actually have it already turned on. There's already some people there already going ahead. Big shout out to Eric and everyone else that's watching already on playback.tv/Lakers fast break. I was fiddling around with the YouTube to see if they could get the YouTube video of us here, but that's for another time. So we'll go ahead. The game's actually is going to go on here in a couple minutes, but Magic Man, Laker Nick, truly great to have you here again. Looking forward to an awesome game. Please join us, playback.tv/Lakers fast break. But before we head on out, Magic Man, your thoughts on a final score for the game?
Yeah, Gerald, I really think it's important for whoever's looking after Bam Adebayo offensively
He is
that you,
playing tonight because that was asked in our chat. I don't
yeah,
see him on the injury report.
no, potential to have a very rugged game on the boards. All due respect to Mo Wagner, Bam Adebayo is about twice the player Mo is, and Mo made a lot of our front court players look a little ridiculous. Gerald, you need to be on your p's and q's right now because with Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler, it can be you're living dangerously. It's that edge of the knife between concentration and lack of focus, and they'll kill you if you're not focused. So
Like,
final
yeah.
score: Lakers 103, Heat 92.
Ooh, I was thinking more like a Lakers 108, Miami 100 type deal as well. Myself, Lakers don't seem to get large leads anymore. I know that's something that Joe Soro has actually said from time to time, and I can't remember the last time outside of the Memphis game in the playoffs when they really got a really extended lead and held it firm. But we'll see what happens here leading into tonight's game. Maybe their first road victory of the season. Laker Nick, any thoughts and a final prediction for a score for tonight's game, my friend?
Yeah, Gerald, I'm not expecting a pretty game. I think it's going to be something that we're going to have to grind out and fight for. And it's going to require a lot of fortitude. So I'm expecting a fairly low scoring game, something Lakers 102, Miami Heat 97.
There you go as well. Great to have everyone here. Great, man. I have to tell you appreciate so much the patience for Magic Man, Laker Nick, our entire audience for the restart on that. Great to have you here. Lakers in 5. Thank you so much as far as stopping by. You've got a great channel. Please subscribe to that as well. Empire Jeff TV, of course, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights, and of course the John McCalian channel. But join us here in a few minutes on playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break for tonight's game with the Lakers and the Miami Heat. It's always a great time. Looking forward to the commentary, looking forward to what's going to go on there. And then, of course, we're back here. The best Lakers post game around is always had right here at the Lakers Fast Break. Howard Hill says, do you have to subscribe to NBA League Pass to watch playback? Magic Man, do you have the answer on that? I don't believe that's the case. As long as you have some type of stream, as far as whether it's YouTube TV or whatever it is you're streaming, even if that's the case, you can always listen along with us because our audio commentary, and that's the nicest way to put it, is always there whether you get a feed directly or not. Is that correct, Magic Man?
100%, Gerald. Don't need to add anything more. Yeah, as long as you have an account, as Gerald was saying, you feel free to come and join us and listen to the wild world of Lakers Fast Break.
Yes,
And
and you can
and
hear.
Ger- and Gerald, I will add something that Magic Man failed to point out, which is that Magic Man's, Joe's, and Gerald's commentary is better than the game.
It's a little bit more explicit. Yes, that's just for sure, indeed. Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. If you ever get a chance, please, starting tonight, join us. Playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. And then, of course, after the game, we're right up here. The best post game in town is, of course, right here at the Lakers Fast Break podcast. See you in a couple on Playback.